Hey guys, I know I am kind of late to this humble choice. I was out of town and I was in Texas doing a whole bunch of stuff, trying to relax and never getting a chance to relax. So here I am, a couple of days late. But these are your June humble choice games. Very good lineup here, guys. First up, we're getting Ghostwire Tokyo. Great first-person game, really great colors, really great graphics. Everything is really smooth in this. Storyline's kind of interesting as well. I really enjoyed it for everything that I did kind of play of it. I still need to play more. I haven't beat it, obviously. But this is really great. Immediately, right off the bat, this saves the cost of this, straight up. Next up, we have Remnant from the Ashes. I have not played this game at all, but of course it's supposed to be a co-op game. And it is like a hunting game, I guess, with your friends. It does come with the Complete Edition, which has all the DLCs that have come out. But you're basically a monster hunter. Sounds really interesting, really kind of cool. I don't know. I might play it if they have a single-player campaign. Who knows? Next up, we have a really interesting roguelike that has been on my radar for a long time, but I never really tried it because the action roguelikes are not my forte. Yeah? But it's called Curse of the Dead Gods. Right? And it looks like the Dead Cells update as well that comes with it, which has new Curse of the Headless that you kill faster with visual twist. So basically they're using an update from one of those other roguelike games. Dead Cells. That's it. The Dead Cell game, obviously. Which is really interesting.
Where's Willow then?
It's the summer, so my kids are rocking about. So excuse them. So this is a skill-based roguelike dungeon crawler almost. Seems to be really interesting. I will probably play it just to try it out. I do like my roguelikes. Next up, we have Honey, I Joined a Cult. This does seem like a really interesting game. I think this is made by those Prison Break guys. Really interesting sort of sim game. But it's a build and expand your home base, manage your cultists and resources, and increase your faith, funds, and following. Every great cult needs great interior design. So basically you're building your base, you're managing your cult, and you're caring for your cult, and basically it's kind of like a sim game. Really interesting. I probably will play it just to see what it's kind of like. If it's a sim game, everybody likes a sim game. Next up we have Ethereal Threads. This is probably something I will play. It is a first-person, single-player, story-driven puzzle game. Obviously. Right? It uses time manipulation, choice, and consequences. So let's see what it says. As an operative tasked with fixing corruption in the time stream, you have been sent to the north of England in May 2015, where 6 people died in a house fire. Prohibited from simply stopping the fire, you must instead manipulate the choices made by the housemates in the week leading up to it so that they all survive the event. From the outset, you have free and complete reign to explore the 7-day timeline before the fire. You can watch and alter the significant events from the entire week as many times as you like, and in whatever order you wish. Some decisions will have only minor effect on the timeline, moving objects around the house or revealing deeper stories and secrets. Major changes, however, rewrite the timeline by changing existing events, adding new events, and even replacing other events entirely. You must traverse up and down this timeline, changing decisions at different moments throughout the week so that their effects interact and combine together to save all 6 housemates. However, it is not just the housemates who have choices. Each of them can be saved from the fire in multiple ways, with each outcome having a profound effect on their lives in the future. Will you just search for the quickest and easiest solution? Or can you find the best possible outcome for everyone? Ultimately, everything is about choices and consequences. So that's very interesting. I like the idea of manipulation of things that go on to sort of see the differences as you go back and forth. Kind of like the butterfly effect. Yeah? Next up, we have Grime, Tinge of Terror. This looks to be your basic side-scroller goth game. Yeah. An unusual material collapses in on itself. The world shudders and contracts, and suddenly you are squeezed into existence. What awaits you is a world unknown, alien in its own familiarity, and you must survive what terrors you face. Explore your surreal surroundings and absorb the many enemies you encounter, and use their own traits against them as you let yourself become far more than you once were. Grime lets you play to your preference, upgrading only those traits you feel most suited to your unique style. You'll find there's more than one way to break open an enemy as you move through a variety of evocative environments. Meet their inhabitants and discover the source of their madness. Death-defying combat. That's interesting. That's living weapons. Yeah, I guess that is. They do kind of have like teeth on there. Seamlessly swap weapons made of living creatures that mutate form during combat, from clawing swords to centipede whips. Unique skill progression. Alright. Challenge menacing bosses. Colors of Rot. It does have a very interesting aesthetic, but it is a very baseline Metroidvania game. Yeah. Next up, we have Turbo Golf Racing. You are in this like just Rocket League, but like with golf. But I guess it is a multiplayer game with up to 8 players. You drive around and hit balls into holes with your cars. There you go. It's about as easy as you can get. But I guess you can manipulate what cars you have and their engines and everything else. Next up, we have Meeple Station. Now, this has been on my radar for a little bit. It's another sim game, but this one is in space. Right? It is an isometric pixel art space station building and management sim that takes inspiration from games in the vein of Dwarf Fortress and RimWorld. Build a space station up from bare bones essentials and a skeleton crew into a bustling metropolis. Wow. I am living in a nightmare. Of activity filled with so many meeple, you'll probably forget about a few of them. You picked a great time to hop on board as we're just dropping our Major Planets update just now, which will have your meeple expanding across the solar system. It's in an early state, but it's the foundation of a summer full of huge feature releases we've been working on and very excited to share with you. The big recent changes we've added are also part of the bedrock of what is to come. But yeah, it is an interesting little space sim. It is very intricate. Very intricate. Kind of like Dwarf Fortress is. Like, everything is... and the bigger you get, the harder it is to kind of follow. But that is your games for June. The Trevor Project is the charity that we are looking for on this June, which is really interesting. The Trevor Project is a leading suicide prevention and crisis intervention organization for the LGBTQ young people. It is Pride Month, so this is an obvious choice. As a father of people who are always questioning their sexuality, I am an ally of great rapport. And this is something that really kind of shares closely to my heart because I know the outcome in these sorts of situations, and they can be bad. So I'm glad that there is an organization out there that can help those who need it. But that, guys, that is your games for June. Some of these are really interesting and really cool. If you have an idea of what game you're going to be playing this June off of here, let me know in the comments. Or if there's a game you'd like to see me play, let me know in the comments. It is summer. My kids are always up my butt and not letting me do very much at all. But I would love to get back in and make some more videos. So until then, guys, take care of each other.